Yo.
Man, y'all know what it is, the real Two Tech.
And your man Marathon Man.
Oh, praise to God for everything.
And I mean everything.
And listen, y'all, this is another episode of The Real. So listen, y'all, we're going to do it differently. Like you see my boy, me and my brother Marathon Manny. It's just us two tonight. So we going to have one of those nights where we just vibing out, man. We just talking, you know what I'm saying? We just sharing information and just talking about what's on our minds. So if y'all ready for it, listen, we about to get into it. How you feeling today, brother? How was your day, man? How was everything?
One, it's been a long week, but not in a bad way.
Sure.
Just been working.
Most definitely. That's good.
Getting in the motion of 2023 and what I'm setting my mind into.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Getting into the feel of that. Like trying to shake off 22.
Yeah.
At least
sure.
the bad of it.
Yeah, no question. No question.
Yeah, how you feeling, bro?
As for me, like I always say, Marathon, I put my 2 foot on the ground and I'm winning every day.
It's a win.
I'm telling you, there's so much stuff I can, dwell on, so many things I can't complain about. Why? Ain't nobody gonna listen anyway, so I just take everything with a grain of salt, taking a stride, you know what I'm saying? So just blessed to be here. That's one thing about it. Like Manny said, just trying to make 2023 better than 22, even though 22 wasn't a bad year. It's never a bad year, it's all about your perspective.
Yeah, perspective.
Yeah,
Perspective is everything for sure.
Well,
just look at it as lessons. Some people could look at it as losses, and you can look at it as lessons.
Learning experience.
Hell yeah.
Definitely, yeah, for sure. So, Manny, before we cut the camera on, we were just talking. We was talking about boundaries, right? And we were just talking about spreading your energy every single where, So, what is your take on boundaries? Like, how do you apply yourself when you want? Some people want to tell you to do something you don't feel like doing it. How do you go about that? Because sometimes we people pleasing sometimes. So we try to be there for everybody, but we forget to be there for ourselves.
Sure.
So talk about that.
I think I'm trying to implement a different approach to it this year. I mean, I didn't just started this year, but I'm saying like I'm trying to apply it more with like putting myself first and foremost, and like when it comes to like boundaries, like I feel like boundaries and your energy kind of like play hand in hand in a sense, like you choose the way you put your energy at. You know what I'm saying? You choose who takes energy from you. You know what I'm saying? How much energy they take from you and stuff. So like what I've been doing lately, and I'm not saying it's the healthiest or it's the the right way. It's just something that I'm trying. Kind of like isolating myself a little more, spending more time by myself. You know what I'm saying? I've done that, but when I was incarcerated, I spent a lot of time by myself. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I'm trying to get back used to that now. You know what I'm saying? So that I can preserve my energy, because I know when I'm with myself, it's like I'm recharging my own battery. You know what I'm saying? And the only person I have to observe, like mentally, physically, and energetically, is myself in that moment. You know what I'm saying? When I'm with myself, I'm working on myself. My focus ain't on the person that's next to me or somebody I'm spending time with and stuff like that. So, that's what my boundaries is. Starting out this year, like I'm just trying to not put my energy in so many places, or be more conservative or selective with where I'm going and what I'm doing.
For sure, I like that. So talk about your goals, man. What's some of the goals and some of the things you want to do for 2023 and beyond?
Beyond, I like that, man. For 2023, for one, just I know this sounds simple, but growth. Like I do not want to be in the same like level with myself by the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? I want to like dedicate this year to progressing. With myself. Some of my goals, like, I want to start putting some of my ideas into motion. You feel me? I be having a lot of great ideas. It's just that I don't find the time and energy, or I don't make the time and energy to cultivate them. You feel me? So that's one of my goals for this year, is to cultivate my ideas or play around with them, see where it'll take me. You feel me? I ain't gonna get too much into detail of it, but like I was telling you off camera, the idea that I had with just shirts and stuff, and the meaning behind it. You feel me? Like I I'm just smiling just thinking about it because I like the,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fats.
Yeah,
shout out to Katie, you know what I'm
Shout out.
saying? Fucking 33% apiece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're splitting it 3 ways.
Yeah, no
You know what
question.
I'm
No
saying?
question.
But another one of my goals for this year is just being more present in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been home, I just been up and going. I've been going and going and going. So like since I got on the box and got a job damn near as soon as possible. So it's like I just been going, right? And that also caused for me not to always be focused on the moment. Always caused me like be looking too far ahead or looking back, right? And I feel like that took away a lot. You feel me? And so I just want to be more present with myself, do more mindful things. You know what I'm saying? Practice more mindfulness. Also, like spend more time with my son. Do things with him that's building our bond, or helping him grow. You know what I'm saying? Doing activities that's strictly dedicated to just me and him doing something together and growing. You feel me? The other day we was watching that Tank Davis fight. It was crazy. Like I was happy as ever because at first I wanted to go watch it at a bar. I could have been watching it at a bar, but I ended up having my son with me, and we got it on pay-per-view. And he sat there and watched all the pay-per-view with me. He was over there falling. You know that joint went late,
Yeah, I'm telling
right?
you, I'm
That
telling you.
joint's like 2 a.m. Mom Dukes complained. She was complaining. Somebody, that was too late for him to be up. Like, listen, man, it's a boys' night out.
telling you.
It was a boys' night in, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just appreciated that moment. So I was like, man, I need to do this more. You feel me? But yeah, I got plenty more goals.
Yeah,
I ain't even finished setting the goals for myself, but definitely the biggest goal is locking in with myself and in a good way, in a healthy way, making Manny better, because you never can stop evolving and growing whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this too. What do you think that hold people back the most? Because people have a lot of ideas, they have a lot of goals, but they never conquer those goals. They never, they never achieve those goals. What do you think are some things that set people back while they don't achieve their goals?
I tell you now, and I'm one of them. Unhealthy habits. Things that take away the energy from you. That you could be putting that same energy into something else, or you could be living like more productive by where you placing your time at,
For sure.
what you practicing.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Unhealthy habits hold people back a lot. We hold ourselves back a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of it. And I could sit there and get caught up by saying, "Oh man, like you're doing good for yourself." People telling me that, all that. That's cool, and I appreciate that. But I know myself at the end of the day, and it's like, man, you could do better.
No, definitely.
So why settle? You know what I'm saying? But definitely, people's habits, our habits, man, that's damn near the biggest battle is the habits that you have with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of eating out, like you be telling me, like, instead of eating out, man, make you some food at home. Buy groceries and stuff like that. That could be financially, you holding yourself back financially. Or we sitting there putting our energy into the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Or investing too much time or energy into, they don't necessarily have to be the wrong people, but they're not worthy of that much time and energy. You feel me? And and it don't gotta be a negative thing, but definitely like you gotta think about that. Like you gotta think about like what are your habits? I be having to think about what my habits are, and it's challenging once you get in the habit of things. But at the same time, just the same way you built those habits, you could definitely create better ones.
Most definitely. So
that's my goal right there, is create better habits this year.
Create better habits. So let me ask you this. As a man, we still got challenges. We got strengths and we got weaknesses. So before we do it, we're going to start with the bad first, then get to the good. What are some things you're still struggling with that people don't know? If you want to talk about that.
One of the things I struggle with, patience.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I know I'll be chilling, and I'm probably mild-mannered and all that stuff. Patience, bro. Like, if I had 10% more patience, I'd be a lot better. A lot better. You know what I'm saying? With myself. Sometimes I give myself a headache for not having patience. You feel me? that's one of the things I feel like one of the bad things, or one of the things I'm challenged with.
Absolutely.
The other thing I know I'm challenged with, and I definitely got to speak on this, is how I communicate how I feel, right? Because this more so focuses on my family and the people that's closer to me in my personal life. But like, sometimes I be passionate in the wrong way, and I be delivering things the wrong, I deliver things in just the best way that I feel like I can in that moment. But sometimes the delivery takes away from the message. And I say that to say, like, sometimes I might be a little stern or a little too harsh with my words. Or, like, I've been called aggressive when I'm only caring. Like, it's because I care, and it takes away from you actually helping. You feel me? And that's something I've been challenged when I'm looking at it. Like, I'm, going within myself, like, man, how can I communicate something better to my people instead of like hurting them? Like, I don't want to hurt my family or hurt somebody I care about because I don't know how to communicate how I feel, or something that communicate a message that is helpful to them, or awakening to them. You know what I mean? That's another thing I'm challenged with. Something else, consistency. Like, that goes back to the habits. I gotta work on the habit of having great consistency. If I had just 10% more consistency, I'd be a lot better too, bro. You feel me?
Most definitely.
It is, no?
Mm-hmm. So, there's two sides to everything. Duality, right?
For sure.
So you talked about your weaknesses, your limitations. That's what they really are. Limitations, right?
Limitations.
Things you're not strong in.
Things you limit yourself in.
There you go. Things you're not strong in yet.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your strengths?
My strengths is I got this ambition that's bigger than myself.
Yeah, talk to him.
It's and like, I gotta learn to balance it. But like, I ain't gonna lie, like, it's just something. It's within, like, I can't even explain it, Slim. It's just this ambition for greater, and not for selfish reasons, not for self-fulfilling reasons, but like, you just want to be boundless. I practice yoga, meditation, and stuff, and I think any human being's desire is to be boundless. Sometimes we go about it the wrong way. You feel me? We don't necessarily know how to be boundless, and I have a pretty decent understanding of being boundless is when you go within, and you free yourself within, right? So, one of my strengths is the ambition, bro. Like I just know I can be great. I know I can do great, not just for myself, but for people around me or anybody that I may be reaching. Prime example, man. Anna from Tamarindo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Anna.
Shout out to her.
We're gonna make an interview happen soon, man. Shout out to Tamarindo. We gonna come see y'all.
Well, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But
try that food out.
Man, out of nowhere, Slim, she just gave me this genuine, heartfelt text message. You feel me? And it only confirmed what I manifested.
No question.
Remember I told, bro, I used to write my mom letters that I felt like I wanted to use my voice to have some type of impact, but like in a good way. You feel me, bro? Like, it's happening because she literally texted me that, kind of like giving me my kudos, giving us our kudos, because you a part of this, bro. Never gonna take away from that. But she gave us our kudos, and it's just like, and she's like, man, I could see how great of an impact it could have on people, and this and that. Shout out to Black Rob, she was watching our interview too.
Shout out, man.
Hey, so just the message itself kind of like, it just adds fuel to your fire. You feel me? But like, that's what we're doing it for. Not for personal reasons, but for the greater good type stuff. Well, I ain't done with my strengths. Hold up, man. I'm super strong. It's like, man.
I don't want no smoke.
Drive, bro. Like, one of my other strengths is like, I have a drive that, like, when I set my mind to it, bro, and like when I'm set into it, you not telling me I can't do it. You feel me? Like we gonna make it happen.
Of course.
You feel me? And I think one of my other strengths that I gotta be mindful of and careful with, I lead with love, bro. I lead with love, bro. Like, I do my best to like be more loving. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm perfect and I ain't got the kumbaya down pack. Like, I ain't got it all together, but I try my best to leave with good energy and like always leave a good impact or impression on people. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who heart you may touch.
No question. No question. No question. So, with all that being said, man, you know, you got Marathon Manny, you know, with Manny Fest. I want to call you time. No question. No question.
There ain't no gang signs. There's 2 M's.
So, let me ask you this, man. Like, if you can go back in time, right, and just think about the challenges you faced, the things you had to overcome, and you could just talk to that young Manny, like, man, listen, it's going to be okay. It's going to work out. You know, it always like this in the beginning, but as you continue to know who you are, know yourself, you become better. So if you can go back and talk to her, I'm going to say, I usually say 12, I want to say a 10-year-old Manny. What would you tell a 10-year-old Manny?
I'm glad you said 10-year-old because now it's like, it feels like I'm doing that.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
I got a 10-year-old, bro. And
Nate,
I feel like I'm raising myself. It's almost like I feel like I'm raising myself because, like, I look at him, bro, like, same fears he had same fears he has, I had when I was a kid. And it's like, damn, bro, like, and I ain't have, like, my dad was dead, but, like, you know, like, the way that I'm trying to approach it is talking to him. You know, now, like, kind of, like, helping him through those types of fears. Like, the other day, he was at the dentist. You don't like the dentist. Who do? Right? Yeah. That's why we need to keep our teeth healthy. But, you know, it's like, I ain't like the dentist growing up. So I'm trying to talk him through, coach him through his fears and stuff. But, so, I feel like what I would talk to myself, like, now I'm talking to my son, so in the way I'm talking to myself. But, man, I used to be challenged with, having fears and, like, not understanding the full scope of being brave, right? Not stupid, brave, or knowing, like, you know, knowing how to face your fears or knowing how to be brave when it's time to be brave and stuff. And it don't necessarily have to be nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I was afraid of getting on roller coasters and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, knowing how to face your fears and be courageous. Because when you jump out there, when you jump out your comfort zone, let's put it like that, matter of fact, your comfort zone, knowing how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You feel me? And when you're a kid, you get uncomfortable, you get fearful, you don't know what to do. You know, at least not every kid. You know, sure. Some kids, man, they just born with it. They just courageous. They just gonna jump out there. Sure. They outgoing and stuff. So I mean, I would talk to myself about that, like being more courageous and understanding. Like sometimes, you know, you just gotta jump out there and try something, or you can't be afraid of what somebody might think. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta do you, bro, and don't even second guess it. You feel me? Don't question yourself, or don't feel like someone is better than you because I guess they have a little bit more spirit to do something that you're not doing. You know what I'm saying? Another thing. Damn, it's a 10-year-old though. I'm thinking about my whole childhood, my bad. But understanding that, like, just because somebody is loud don't mean they're making a lot of noise. Right? When I was a kid, I was real man-mannered. I was, you know, like, I was chill. Like, I wasn't too loud, and I used to think that like, I felt like it was a negative thing. Whole time now that I get older, bro, like, whole time, that's a powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, still waters go deep, you know? And, like, I'm, you know, just trying to, like, understand that more, bro. But, yeah, man, 10-year-old self, man, we got it.
No question.
We got it, man.
No question. So, there you have it, man. You know, Marathon Manny, your whole life story. You know, I said 10-year-old stuff. You get to talk about all type of stuff. You see how you do? Man, rapping. I'm telling you. So, but listen though, man, that was this Marathon Manny. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to learn how to
G,
answer
you know
questions better, man.
And that's it. So that's what it's all about, man. Just being candid, being honest, being genuine, being frank. Just being a person that's just always about business, because it's not hard at all. Just like what we doing now on the podcast, just came from a thought. Anything can start from a thought. So I want y'all to understand, people that's out there listening, get it done, man. Because one thing about life is very short, man. Very short. So you think, tell you, for sure.
Don't waste it.
So you might think tomorrow is promised, but it's really not, man. And we see that every day. So the youth, man, if you got the potential, you got, you know, you're courageous. If you're not, you're scared of nothing, go out there, go for it. You can go beyond the stars. Don't shoot for the stars, shoot for beyond them. And I'm telling you like this here, it's gonna work out. Trust and believe that. So grind even when you tired and make things happen. Let's get it.
Yeah, I got one more thing to say too, man. Like, it's for anybody that's like listening up to this point. And dedicate this year to making yourself greater. I know this shit sound cliche and all that, but I feel the energy. Like a lot of people around me are really trying to, like, you know, get good with themselves and real stuff. Like, dedicate giving yourself more energy. Because we put energy out all day. You see, once you start preserving that energy for yourself and start feeding it to yourself, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself, it's gonna be a different you. It's gonna be a better you. You know what I'm saying? So log in with yourself, man. Let's do it.
The real, man. We out of here, man.
Real.
5,000. Let's get to it, man. Stop all that motherfucking playing. Come on, man.
Yeah.
The real. It's like, the real. Let's go.
If you're not on the field, you're not real.
There you go.
Bam!